St. Lucia, are you ready for the 4th annual Gimmies, the St. Lucia Tourism Awards? Now is your time to recognize the best in the tourism industry. Nominations are now open till December 19th, 2025. Let's reward service excellence. Show them your support by giving them a chance to win a coveted Jimmy. Don't wait. Head to stlucia.org/Gimmies and nominate today. Gimmies 2025. Journey to excellence.
So we just wanted to take this moment to acknowledge all of you for your presence here today and to take a moment to commemorate the amazing work that we have done so far with the Gimmies Awards and to highlight the impact that it has had on St. Lucia and our tourism here globally. Having just received recent accolades of Caribbean leading honeymoon destination and Caribbean leading adventure destination here in St. Lucia, these accolades are testament to the work that is being done within our hospitality and tourism industry and highlights and underscores the importance of awards like the Gimmies, which is unique to St. Lucia. So without further ado, I would like to just move on with our today's agenda and invite our first speaker, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Ms. Donnaline Viti. So please welcome her to the stage.
It's a warm welcome to you as extended from our ministry as we gathered here at this partnership forum. It is our pleasure to stand before you. As I look across, I see a room full of leaders, a room full of investors with one common belief, that tourism in St. Lucia thrives when collaboration is strong and when excellence is celebrated. The Gimmies began as a vision to recognize and elevate exceptional work by our people across St. Lucia's tourism landscape. From a humble concept, the Gimmies has blossomed into a national platform and grown into a trusted barometer of achievement, innovation, and service excellence. As we celebrate the 4th annual Gimmies, we reaffirm its significance as a conduit that showcases St. Lucia's tourism achievements, highlighting the people, practices, and the partnerships that make our destination stand out on the world stage. The annual Gimmies is more than the ceremony you have seen on the grand stage for the last couple of years, but it is also a celebration of progress, resilience, and the collective effort of the entire tourism ecosystem here. It shines a spotlight on the diverse facets of our industry, from hospitality and experiences to sustainable practices and community impact, demonstrating what is possible when we invest in our people and excellence. This year, we have included 3 new categories to decouple the transportation sector, and therefore we are hoping to represent individual and small operators in land-based transportation as well as marine-based transportation, small boat operators. To our partners and sponsors, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your ongoing support and the tangible value that you and your sponsorship brought to us last year. Your generosity and aligned vision have not only elevated the awards program, but more importantly, empowered the people who drive St. Lucia's tourism, the frontline staff, the managers, the creators of unforgettable guest experiences, and the communities that welcome the world with open arms. Public-private collaboration is the heartbeat of growth in our sector. We cannot do without each other. We invest together, whether through funding, mentorship, training, or other resources. We accelerate development and create sustainable opportunities for our people. Your sponsorship is really an investment in people, in skills, in career pathways, in elevated service standards, and in the equitable sharing of tourism benefits. Sponsorship provides essential resources that will enable our program to reach higher levels of quality, reach, and impact. For you, your effort will reinforce a shared commitment to excellence and accountability across St. Lucia's tourism space. As we move together, we invite you to see sponsorship not merely as a financial contribution, but as a strategic collaboration, your corporate social responsibility, and a secured investment that advances industry standards, elevates careers, and broadens the positive impact that tourism gives to our society. To celebrate collaboration, recognize the achievements in tourism, we continue to keep you right next to us and by our side. To recognize industry excellence, we need your help to shine a light across each sector of our society, to shine a light in the service that is given from our people, the innovation that is displayed, and the sustainability we will create together. We hope at the end of this evening you will leave inspired even by the testimonies you will hear from the various recipients of awards for last year. We hope that you will have a renewed conviction that your involvement will positively impact St. Lucia's people and St. Lucia's tourism space. I wish to acknowledge the staff of the ministry and our partners as we move forward and encourage you to give and continue giving. Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow champions of tourism, good evening. What a joy it is to stand before you together as we gather to launch what promises to be one of the most prestigious and inspiring celebrations of excellence in the St. Lucia tourism sector, the Gimmies Awards. On behalf of the St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association, I extend warmest congratulations to the organizers of this groundbreaking initiative. We are truly delighted to be part of this moment, a moment that not only celebrates individual and corporate achievements, but also affirms the vital importance of the tourism industry to the social and economic fabric of our beloved island. For decades, St. Lucia's tourism sector has stood as a pillar of national development, driving investment, creating jobs, empowering communities, and showcasing the warmth and resilience of our people to the world. The Gimmies Awards rightly shine a spotlight on the visionary investors and passionate professionals who continue to fuel this engine for growth. Tonight, we proudly salute the courage, commitment, and creativity of our tourism pioneers. The hoteliers, restaurateurs, tour operators, creatives, and countless others whose contributions often go unrecognized, but whose impact is undeniable. These awards offer a well-deserved stage for their stories to be told and their legacies to be honored. As the private sector voice of tourism in St. Lucia, the SLHTA is deeply proud to support this endeavor. Our members, from luxury resorts to community tourism enterprises, know firsthand the value of innovation, excellence, and perseverance in our industry. And it is precisely those values that the Gimmies Awards seek to amplify and reward. We also wish to issue a heartfelt call to action to corporate partners, development agencies, and private citizens alike. Support the Gimmies Awards. Be a part of something that is bold, inspiring, and nationally significant. By investing in this platform, you are investing in the people and projects that continue to make St. Lucia a shining light in the Caribbean. To the organizers, sponsors, and every nominee who will walk this journey in the months ahead, bravo. We celebrate you, we thank you, and we look forward to seeing this platform grow from strength to strength in years to come. Let us raise our glasses to excellence, to innovation, and to a thriving future for St. Lucia's tourism industry. Long live the Gimmies Awards, and long live the spirit of St. Lucian hospitality. Thank you.
On behalf of our CEO, who's out on official duty, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority is proud to reaffirm its support as a presenting partner for the St. Lucia Tourism Awards, the Gimmies. The Gimmies serves as a powerful marketing tool that not only celebrates excellence in our industry, but also promotes St. Lucia on the global stage. It provides a platform that attracts significant media coverage, increasing our international visibility, and this in turn creates a domino effect, drawing high-value visitors and stimulating economic activity. The Gimmies also encourages consistent commitment to excellence, innovation, and sustainability amongst tourism service providers, especially in this highly competitive global market. The SLTA's financial and technical contributions continue to support critical components of the Gimmies, including, but not limited to, the judging and auditing of nominations and the execution of the Gimmies marketing and educational campaigns. However, this initiative cannot thrive through the efforts of just the 3 presenting partners alone. We are sincerely grateful to our sponsors, whose investment and trust in this national initiative play a vital role in its ongoing success. Your continued support has been instrumental over the years. To prospective sponsors, we extend an open invitation to align your brand with the Gimmies, which is an emblem of prestige and the highest standard of excellence in St. Lucia's tourism. Thank you.
Tourism is not the hotels, it's not the beaches, it's not the Peters, it's the people. And this is what the Gimmies are giving us an opportunity to showcase, to highlight, and to celebrate. So if you were not convinced by the big numbers on the screen, I just wanted to take an opportunity to remind you that it will touch your support, will touch persons who you know, your neighbors, your friends, and will impact our country in general. So please, if you can, please give and continue to support the Gimmies, because without you, we'll not be able to continue this amazing initiative. So I would like to now invite our last speaker for the evening, our Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister for Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, the Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire.
I think I have to start off by saying, when I was invited to come here for Gimmies, and I'm there thinking, already, like this is really, really advanced planning, that months in advance, we're already having an activity for the Gimmies. And then I realized actually it's other events that are overtaking me, and I've lost track of what really is supposed to happen. But I'm really delighted that we can meet once again tonight. And I want to start off by expressing my sincere thanks to the 3 presenting partners, the Ministry of Tourism, St. Lucia Tourism Authority, and of course, the SLHTA. It's really fantastic what the Gimmies would have brought to the hospitality sector. And I recall some of the discussions that we had when we first started this journey. And to even come up with the name Gimmies, I mean, I'm sure some of you would have attended enough of the gatherings to know the background and what it symbolizes and what it signifies. And if you don't, we all know, let me tell you, you all know that Mount Jimmy is the highest mountain in St. Lucia, is the highest peak, really. And we wanted something that would represent the highest levels of service excellence, and therefore, we look to Mount Jimmy as the inspiration for that, the highest level of, that you can ever reach in St. Lucia. But then again, why is it so important for us to do so within the tourism industry? And it's important because tourism is the primary driver of economic development in St. Lucia. Statistically, if you assess the contribution that tourism makes to St. Lucia's development, almost 40% in terms of direct contribution to GDP, and through linkages, a significantly larger number. Tourism sector, employs the largest number of St. Lucians. And of course, so many individuals depend on our tourism sector. And as we move into developing community tourism, you find communities are now being empowered because they are able to generate resources through the use of their own natural resources and natural attractions, creating employment and bringing in revenue for communities. So the more you analyze the tourism sector and how it operates in St. Lucia, and certainly how it's evolving, you begin to recognize the importance of tourism to St. Lucia. But again, why should we have tourism awards? I think the imperative for tourism awards lies in the fact that the people that really make the success story that I spoke about, tourism's contribution to national development, we must say a very special thank you to them. We must say to them that we recognize the contribution you make to St. Lucia's achievements within the tourism industry, and to say to you, thank you. We recognize you, we appreciate you, and we want to glorify you on this particular night. So the Gimmies really is about the glorification of the contribution of the establishments and individuals to the success story that St. Lucia is. Now, St. Lucia is a success story in tourism. Now, let me be very clear on this. Successive ministers of tourism, permanent secretaries, and other leaders in the tourism industry have all contributed to where we are presently. Let's be clear about it. This is not to suggest our present-day success is the result of any one particular initiative or one particular set of persons. Over decades, and persons have contributed to developing the tourism industry in St. Lucia. So where we are is on the back of a lot of hard work of a large number of distinguished persons, and which is why every Gimmies, we award a Lifetime Achievement Award to recognize those persons who over the years would have contributed to the success that we have. But tourism in St. Lucia is a success. Only 1 week ago, we met in this very room and received 2 destination awards, the leading honeymoon destination in the Caribbean and the leading adventure destination in the Caribbean. And in November, I think, in Bahrain, the World Travel Awards will be held, and of course, we're expecting St. Lucia to win at least 1 award. Well, I mean, I'm hoping we probably can win more, but I'm going to be realistic and say at least 1. And, you know, all throughout, we receive awards. Properties in St. Lucia, whether it's Sandals, it's Sugar Beach, it's Hotel Chocolat, we do receive awards for the outstanding service that we provide. And we must be proud of that. We must say thank you to the persons who constantly place St. Lucia at the pinnacle of excellence in the region. And the Gimmies really is about, you know, celebrating that success. So to everyone who contributes to making that a success, I want to say thank you. And to the sponsors, I mean, I heard, you know, Anya says she's already seen the dollars flowing, and PS was already smiling. I think, you know, if you contribute a little more, then it means I don't have to go to the Prime Minister to ask for any more monies for the Gimmies. But I think you contributing to the success of the Gimmies is more than just about money. It's about you associating with something which is noble and something which is defining who we are as a country, as a destination. I want you to be associated with the Gimmies. I want you to be part of it. Because the more sponsors and partners we have is a louder statement that we are making, that we appreciate all the persons who would receive Gimmies on that night. And even if you cannot provide $100,000, still find a way in which you can associate with the Gimmies. And it really tells a story that tourism and the successes in tourism have a broader space that supports what is happening. So I want to encourage you as sponsors, as partners, to continue to be part of the Gimmies and continue to contribute. St. Lucia is going to, over the next 2 years, add almost 2,000 new hotel rooms in our hotel accommodation stock, which will be phenomenal. I mean, this is going to be an almost 40% increase of what we presently have in St. Lucia. And I'm sure by the time Mr. Anderson and Sandals make up their mind about what more they will do in St. Lucia, the number of rooms will increase even further. But a lot is happening in tourism in St. Lucia. The accommodation stock is increasing, the product offering is improving and increasing, and St. Lucia in the next 2 to 3 years will look so much better in terms of what we offer than where we are now. And it means the Gimmies become even more important, because as our service excellence rises, we have to recognize the persons that make it happen. And I'm glad that, you know, we go entering into our 4th year, and I hope this Gimmies will live on for many, many years to come. And I hope the wise decisions will always be made to ensure that, you know, the Gimmies continue to grow and continue to be the success that it is. I'll tell you something about Gimmies. Usually when jazz comes, people ask you for tickets to go to jazz. Carnival shows come, they ask you. People have started asking me for invitations to go to the Gimmies. Now, when you have 500 invitees, and there are so many persons who are disappointed because they did not get an invitation, and a couple persons have asked me, and I remember this year asking them, do you work at a hotel? No, they just want to come to the Gimmies. So they don't work in hospitality. They're not part of the industry, but they just want to be there. And I remember asking one particular person, what about it? And they just said for them it's the classiest event in St. Lucia in terms of an event, a ceremony. And I've never seen it live on television, but from what everyone has said to me, it's a real fantastic production. And I see to the production house and Elon and everyone who makes it a success that you do a fantastic job in what you present. So let's look forward to Gimmies 2026. Be part of the nomination process. Be part of the sponsoring, team that will make it happen. And let's enjoy Gimmies 2026. Thank you very much.
St. Lucia, are you ready for the 4th annual Gimmies, the St. Lucia Tourism Awards? Now is your time to recognize the best in the tourism industry. Nominations are now open till December 19th, 2025. Let's reward service excellence. Show them your support by giving them a chance to win a coveted Jimmy. Don't wait. Head to stlucia.org/Gimmies and nominate today. Gimmies 2025. Journey to excellence.